Good morning. Happy Saturday. Happy affiliate anniversary to me, apparently. Twitch is trying to share this party hat thing. Hey, Super Bass. Thank you very much. Yeah, I wonder how many years it's been. Probably... I bet it's probably like a year after the Arena beta came out. Today we are continuing the Unplayed Steam Library series. We are well into the E's. This game is entitled Enamored Risks. It is a free visual novel on Steam, and it came out in 2020. The description says, upon finding a mysterious social media account, Alex sets out to find the origins of the photos and meets 3 urban explorers, each of them unearthing something new and unfamiliar in her heart. So yeah, seems like a girly visual novel. Yeah, figure we would start that off and preview it. If this ends up being like most visual novels and we only play it for like an hour, the next game I already have downloaded and everything is called Endless Space Definitive Edition, which is more of like a strategy game. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. So yeah, I guess we will go ahead and start. Just so I don't have to worry about it, Skyrim would have been just more ESO. Oh, wow. Phone, where'd I stick it? I sit up, rubbing the sleep from my eyes. It's too early for this. Where did you go? Aha! You wouldn't have had to do that as much in the tutorial, though. Oh, okay. Grabbing my phone from the floor, I pull it off the charger and punch in my passcode. I don't even have to unlock it to know what these texts are. No one texts me in the first place, but even if they did, it would never be this early. So they're thinking it's spam. Another text pops up across the top of my screen as my phone vibrates in my hand, and I tap it, opening streams of texts from both my parents. It's the usual things that I don't want to answer. What are my grades? How many classes am I taking? There's only one right answer, and it isn't the truth. Oh. So it sounds like she's a college student. Though even the right answer isn't the answer they want. Not that I've ever managed to figure out what exactly that is. But I can't keep dodging their questions like I have been. I mean, I can, but it's going to get me in trouble. Which feels a little pathetic. I'm an adult now, aren't I? Or I'm supposed to be, though I don't feel like one. But it's not like I've ever been treated like one either. I send back a quick good morning, hoping that gets them to stop for just a minute so I can back read and make sure I'm not missing anything they'll complain about later. I don't see anything new, so I start tapping out a reply to them. 12 measly credit hours, and no, I don't know my grades. I won't know until midterms and finals. I'm not sure if it's a blessing or a curse that my professors won't update grades on a more frequent basis. On one hand, I'm not obsessing from week to week. On the other, I have no idea from week to week. I add in a final note that I'm going to be in classes all day and that I love them before muting my text notifications. Put my phone face down in the bed for a moment, getting up for the day. It's before my alarm would have gone off, but I might as well get out of bed. I can get some more studying in, maybe. Something so I don't feel like 12 hours of classes isn't enough. Oh, they posted a new story to their Instagram. There are way too many terms for all of the things in the human body. I'm pretty good at memorization, but this is too much. I can feel my eyes glazing over. Where is this? Looks like an old house, maybe? Yeah, but where? Why do they have to talk about this now? It's so distracting. I guess it's my fault for finding it interesting enough to be distracted. Well, it's not on campus. No shit, Sherlock. Language. If we had any abandoned churches on campus, people would have had a drunken party in it by now. It's not something I could do, exploring abandoned buildings like these people do. If my parents didn't kill me, I think I would probably get myself hurt, and then my parents would kill me. So it's the same result, reckless and stupid. Do you want to see if we can find it after class? I feel like it's bad to talk about that right this minute. I don't have time anyway. These muscle terms aren't going to memorize themselves. So I guess you're taking anatomy. Class starts in about 10 minutes. I'll focus on this until then. The stool squeaks across the floor, snapping me out of my concentration. Hey, you're early. Usually Finn slides in right before the professor shuts the door. Oh, I haven't been to sleep yet. I look at my watch. How long have you been awake? About 22 hours now, maybe? I'll sleep after this. I didn't want to miss. I don't really know what to do with this information. Is he telling me he usually oversleeps and that's why he's almost late to class? Why was he up all night? I don't have a chance to inquire before the professor shows up, though, so I decide I'll take notes for him. He's pretty nice. I like him. Usually having to partner or do any kind of group work is my least favorite thing. Usually my partners never do their part, or they do it so badly I end up redoing it anyway. Finn isn't bad, though. He keeps up on the material for the most part, and he's easy to get along with. He's only a little strange. I can't imagine having a wardrobe full of nothing but black clothes, but I've never seen him wear a color. Honestly, I wouldn't have paid him much attention if we hadn't ended up accidental lab partners, but I can't say I have any complaints. I steal a glance at him as the professor begins his lecture, and Finn looks like he's already fading. I think he might have been better off skipping class. Not that I've ever come to class on too little sleep. I don't think I have the capacity to skip class. I hate that my stomach drops at the thought alone. I hate the thought of looking at my phone later. This that Gen Z anxiety? Like I expected, Finn fell asleep a few minutes into class, and is still asleep, actually. I'm not sure if it's the professor didn't notice or he didn't care, or maybe he did and Finn's gonna get docked for it later. All the more reason I'm glad I took some extra thorough notes. Though, this isn't quite legible yet. I give him a careful shake, hoping that isn't rude. I feel like it'd be worse not to wake him up, though. He said he was sleeping after this, but he should do that in a bed. He vaguely stirs, and I find myself thinking he's kinda cute. Long eyelashes, and what looks like some smudged eyeliner. I don't think it occurred to me before college that guys would wear makeup willingly, but he does, and it looks nice. I shouldn't be staring. I give him another shake and his eyes finally open. He sits up, blinking blearily and rubbing his face. That wasn't supposed to happen, Well, I took notes for you, so it could be worse. Though I'll probably need to rewrite them for you. I show him my notes. He looks over them, blinking the sleep from his eyes before he starts laughing. I really appreciate the thought, but I think you're right. Is this even English? It should be. It's the only language I know. I'm not sure. Maybe you unlocked something in your subconscious. I can't help but laugh a little bit at that, tucking my notebook away. That's absurd. I can type these up and email them to you if that works. It does. I appreciate it. It's not a problem. I was going to type them anyway. Anyway, I have another class to get to. See you. Checking my watch, I probably shouldn't have dawdled. But more than that, I think I shouldn't have scheduled my classes quite so close together. Especially if you only have 12 units. By the time I get back to my apartment, my phone has too many texts again. I really don't want to read them. But I do, because what else am I going to do? Ignore them? That'll go over well, I'm sure. I love this just Gen Z phone anxiety that is happening right now. Reading over them properly, I feel pretty bad. I should have kept up my course load and powered through it. Though it's bold of them to think I'm doing anything extracurricular or romantic. The last time I had a boyfriend, I think I was 14. Wow, dating at 14, huh? I really don't like it when they're mad at me, though. I take a breath and type out an apology. I'll make it up to them next turn. They're paying for my classes, so it's the least I can do. Oh, this is true fantasy, right? I shouldn't say that. My parents paid for my college, but because they were nice and had the ability. Basically, everybody I knew in college was paying their own way, so I was the exception. I don't want to disappoint them. Tonight, Finn looks much more awake than he did in class before, which is good because we need to get this lab report done, and I could do it myself, but I don't particularly want to. Aside from that, this is one of my few chances to socialize at all. I like Finn well enough, and I'd like to get to know him better. He's pretty reserved, though. I don't think I've ever heard him mention a hobby or anything he's into. We really only talk about stuff for class, which doesn't say much about anyone. I feel like I've forgotten how to talk to people, though. How do you talk to someone about something that isn't schoolwork? Do you have any plans after this? That's a start, I guess. Finn stops what he's doing for a moment and shrugs. Nothing in particular. Do you? I thought all you did was study. Not all the time. Just most of the time. Part of me feels a little offended that he's making fun of me, but he's smiling, and I think maybe he doesn't mean it in a mean way. Besides, it's not like he's wrong. Can't get mad at the truth. I do other things. I like to try my hand at music composition sometimes. On the computer. Reading, too. Walks are nice if the weather's good. I like walking around the part of town with all the old houses. They are much more interesting than anything built nowadays. They have a lot more personality to them. What about you? He's quiet for a long moment, finishing up the question we were working on before answering. I do a lot of outdoor stuff, I guess. I used to do rock wall climbing. This is not what I expected from someone that looks like this. Is there a reason you're staring? Oh, I just didn't take you as the type to do a lot of physical stuff. What did you expect? I haunted campus looking for my next victim? No. Not quite that dramatic, but that's closer to what I was imagining. I don't know, maybe you stayed in more. He laughs and shakes his head. Nah, I like being outside. During the day? Sure, but not without SPF 100 sunscreen. Oh, that explains how he can be an outdoorsy person and still be this pale. Do you know how to answer the next question? Let's see. He doesn't seem interested in telling me anything else, so we focus on getting a lab report done. It's not the most exciting thing in the world, but it's nice. There's something sad about how much stimulation I get out of doing the lab report with him. It takes me a moment to realize what I'm hearing beyond the music from my headphones. My studying focus broke us now. The screen on my phone says it's Mom. I wonder what she wants. It's the same as always. Anytime they ask me what I'm doing, it's never because they want to know what I'm up to. I lean back in my chair and tap out a reply to them, letting them know I'm studying. Another text comes through, and this one's a little different than usual. What am I doing on the weekend? I don't know yet. Is she worried about me? Both my parents are always worried about me technically, but not in a way that feels particularly loving. Oh, this poor girl. I tell her I don't have plans, see where that gets me. The typing notification appears on my phone screen after I send it. I hope you blocked in time for studying. Really? My hand hurts. Shaking my head, I stop squeezing my phone in a death grip and turn it off. I don't ever do enough, do I? If it's not studying, there's no point to anything that I do. They haven't asked me about friends since I told them I didn't have any months ago. I don't know what to do. I know they love me, but what does that even mean? Do they care about me, or do they just care about my success? Sounds like the latter. I can't tell. I have never been able to. Turning off my phone, I drop it on the floor. They're never going to be happy with me. Shocking no one, least of all myself, I spend my weekends sleeping and studying. Not that I have anyone to shock, but it's fine. I'm going to do great on this test. And then, study some more? Never ends. Look. In front of me, a couple of my classmates are excited about something. How did they get so high up? I don't know. I think this is the old cathedral. You know, the one you pass on the highway if you're coming in from the north side of campus? No, that can't be it. Roof's the wrong color. I wonder who runs it. They'd have to be pretty fearless to get up on the roof, right? Or stupid. Both? Both. Probably someone on the football team or something like that. I watch these videos on YouTube. It takes a ton of work to get to some of these places. Excuse me? Huh? What is it? This is the most impulsive thing I've done in who knows how long. I can feel myself losing resolve already, but no, I won't. What are you talking about exactly with the old cathedral? Oh, there's some Urbex group that goes to school here. They post a lot of photos and videos to their Instagram account. Yeah, see, like this. They show me a photo of a steeply inclined roof with dark shingles, barely visible in the darkness. The sky is a sea of stars. Even just looking at a picture of it, I feel breathless. See, you get it. It's cool, right? Super cool. Look at these. They show me more of the photos, some of them in buildings that really don't look safe, one that has a vague partial shape of a person in it with a mask of some sort on. The caption on that one says, "What's with the spooky mask? For those of you watching at home, we're in an old place with a potential asbestos problem, and I'd like to escape here with some cool pictures, not lung cancer, thanks." So this place was built in the 1900s probably? It was used in construction for a long time. Each photo they show me, or maybe it hasn't been used in construction for a long time. Each photo they show me feels like a frozen piece of time. Places with old medical files, places where nature has taken over again. It's amazing. Yeah, wow, I'm definitely gonna follow them. The professor walks in, so I quickly thank my classmates and go back to my desk, quickly searching up the account. I hit the follow button without thinking too hard about it before reading their bio. Feeling adventurous? Come find us. I wonder if this is the mysterious social media account. I feel jittery. Excited? My nerves are flooded with excited energy. For the first time, I barely focus on my notes, and I barely hear the homework assigned. We're repeating a lot of adjectives lately. I'm going to find these places. I was good. I did some studying over the weekend, a little. Not much, though. Usually that would stress me out, but right now, I can't bring myself to care. I spent most of my time digging through the Instagram account of these Urbex people, going all the way back to the first post that I see, to the first post to see if I could figure out where these pictures are from. I wonder what Urbex means. I'm sure it's urban and something else. Internet. Help me, Urbex. Urbexology is a project that collects and shares locations of lost places for urban exploration. It's a portmanteau of urban exploration. Cool. The more you know. There's factories, an abandoned mall, an old theme park, a lot of old houses, abandoned hospitals. Some of the hospitals have old patient files, which I can't help but wonder, is that a HIPAA violation? I can't stop thinking about this. I can't think of a single time in my life I've been this fixated on something. Alex, are you there? I jump startled back to my senses, studying. I'm studying with Finn, or I'm supposed to be anyway. Sorry, I spaced out. I think you went to another planet, maybe. Ha 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 ha. Crap, that was embarrassing. I pull out my phone and pull up the account. I feel the need to justify myself. Maybe you'll understand? How can you see all this stuff and not be interested? I was thinking about this. I have been all weekend. I show him the account and he immediately stiffens. That kind of thing seems pretty dangerous. Oh? I haven't done it. Some of the guys at the gym where I used to do wall climbing did. It's fine to look, but it's dangerous. You shouldn't try to do this kind of thing. Somehow I feel like a deflated balloon, but only for a minute. I'm not going to do anything stupid. I like having a mystery to solve, so I want to find out at least one of these places is exactly. You'll get yourself killed. I will not. Why do you care anyway? I don't know. Logic tells me I should stop someone from running into abandoned buildings. Seems like a questionable life choice. You'd be stupid to dig into it. I feel so tense, so agitated. I can take care of myself. I'm not a child, and I'm not stupid. But we're here to study, and I have been slacking on that. Taking a deep breath, I force myself to calm down. Sorry for bringing it up. We should get back to this, right? Yeah. The rest of the evening feels stiff, off and tense, but we get through it. Back home, there's a nagging... Oh, maybe they're in his dorm room. Back home, there's a nagging thought in the back of my head that I should study some more before I go to bed. But I don't want to do that. I pull up the Instagram account, looking over the photos again. This one set they did is a hospital, I think anyway. It looks like it's only one floor though. Usually they explore the whole building, so it must be only level to this place. I grab my laptop and open my browser. There can't be that many abandoned hospitals, right? In the end, there's a couple of small psych wards nearest to here that were closed but not torn down. I'm feeling excited again. I want to go see these places. Ugh. Sitting in my car, the first location was a bust. There was a gate that was open, but the windows and doors were all locked. This is risky, but I'm not going to be more reckless by trying to break and enter. This is illegal as is, but it would be really illegal. I really don't want to get arrested. My parents would flip, but I might also get kicked out of school. The way that was phrased, it's like, I'd be excited if my parents flipped, but I would get kicked out of school, so... If I get kicked out of school and I have to go home, she really hates her parents, oh my god. I'm not getting arrested, because I'm not going to do anything stupid. Anything stupid-er. I'll be fine. I punch in the next address on my phone. First location's a bust, but I'm not giving up. Not yet, anyway. The drive to the next site is pretty painless, boring. Your destination is on the left. I look to my left as I drive past, noticing the no trespassing signs first. Maybe this is a bad idea. I change lanes, ready to get back on the highway and turn around. I feel kind of sad about it, though. I see a supermarket parking lot and flip on my turn signal, turning way too hard into the lot and earning myself an annoyed honk for braking out of nowhere. But really, whose fault is it that they were tailgating? I pull into a parking spot and turn off my car. Pulling up the map on my phone, it's only about a 10-minute walk back to the site. I came all the way out here. I'm going to at least look. I get out, grab my backpack, and lock up my car. And then I make double sure I locked it. It beeps at me, and I start my trek. Approaching the site, I notice the barbed wire wrapped around the top of this 6-foot-tall fence. Barbed wire, got it. Maybe I won't be able to get in? Circling around, there's no gate I can get through, but there is a patch in the top of the fence where the wire is broken. Looking up at it, I remember the last time I climbed a fence, maybe when I was a little kid? But I never really did anything adventurous then either. I grab the chain link, stick my foot in, and carefully pull myself up and on top of the fence. Taking it slow, don't get scratched. If I have to get a tetanus shot and it runs through my parents' insurance, they're gonna know I was up to something. Very carefully, I get my feet under me and hop down. Ouch! Note to self, don't do that again. Ow. I wait for the pain in my feet to dissipate, then carefully stand up, walking over to the building. I enter through the door at the back, wincing as it creaks. Dude, what's his name? If our lab partner wasn't like, oh, that's super dangerous, you shouldn't do it. It was like reverse psychology. She's like, oh, now I have to do it. I step inside, letting the door close behind me. The floors are covered in dust and dirt, and I've never been somewhere so quiet. Even if I'm the only one here, it feels criminal to let my footsteps make noise. I approach the front of the building, spotting old, water-damaged posters on the wall for group activities. On the front desk, there's files, old pens, a keyboard was left behind. You could almost believe this was ready for another day of work, another day of treating patients. I take some pictures as I walk, careful not to disturb anything. I feel like time stopped here long ago, and I don't belong as someone from the present. I walk down the next hallway, peeking into the rooms. There's still beds in them, some made, some stripped. Stubby wooden pencils lay on top of ancient pads of paper. I wonder, when I become a nurse, if I'll ever end up working somewhere like this. What I read online said this was a psych ward for adults, but so much of it feels child-proofed. I understand why, but strange nonetheless. don't know if I could work somewhere like this, actually. No one goes to a hospital because they want to, but especially no one comes to a place like this because they want to. Hey, is someone here? This is the police. Crap. Think, think, think. The rooms. The doors don't have locks. I quickly slip inside the closest room and carefully close the door as quietly as possible. Pulling off my backpack, I crawl under the bed and pull my backpack in, hugging it close to my body. I squeeze my eyes shut, heart thudding in my chest. I can't get caught. I can't get caught. I can't get caught. Footsteps. Hello, is anyone here? I feel like all the air has left my lungs. I've never been this scared in my life, but I focus on listening as the footsteps continue and then fade into the distance. They get louder again, passing the room I'm in until I hear the sound of the door at the front open and close. It's quiet again. I crawl out from under the bed, standing and putting my backpack on. I dust myself off, and this time I'm much more careful of getting back out of here. Back in my car, I take a minute to just sit there and catch my breath before pulling out my phone and opening a DM to the account. There's some text from my parents waiting, but I'm not going to try to reply to those right now. Selecting the pictures, I send them all before locking my phone and tossing it on the passenger seat. It's easy enough to get back home from here. Oh, I guess she sent it to the Urbex account. For the first time ever, Finn is there before me. I wave to him and then stop. I don't think I've ever seen him look like this either. As I take my seat, he doesn't acknowledge me. Instead, he's just messing with his phone. I wonder what's eating him. He's clearly part of the Urbex group and is mad that she did it. Class is hard to focus on. It doesn't seem like Finn's focusing much either. I don't think he's looked away from his phone for more than a minute. Okay, putting away my notebook, my pen. I need to talk to you. What? Okay? He doesn't budge as the classroom empties out, and neither do I. This is intimidating. What the hell were you doing? Excuse me? I saw the photos. What were you doing? Photos? Oh my god. He's the one that runs the account. It's your account? This is what you meant by doing outdoor stuff? Look, yes, but that doesn't matter. Did you go by yourself? Have you done this before? I did. Are you stupid? I'm not. I was fine. Do you realize how dangerous it is to mess around in abandoned buildings? You could have gotten yourself killed. Seems a little hypocritical here. You're the one with the account that says, come find us. That gets him to stop talking long enough for me to keep going. I didn't get hurt because I'm not stupid. I was careful. I didn't disturb anything. I didn't get hurt. We'll just leave out the part about almost getting caught by the police. Do you go by yourself? If he's being a hypocrite, damn it, no, I don't. I go with a couple of friends. Then if you're so concerned about what I'm doing, I take a breath, you should let me come with you. The way he's staring at me, I can't tell if he's mad, shocked, or just thinks I'm crazy. Maybe I am. Maybe not having real conversations with anyone for months made me crazy. But after a moment, he sighs and rubs his face. Fine, I'll ask if they're okay with it. I'd rather you come with us than go off by yourself again. Oh. I think I didn't expect him to agree to this. I don't even know what to say. I'll text you. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. Don't go off exploring anything else in the meantime. I won't. My heart is thundering in my chest. I didn't know I could be this kind of person. I've been feeling weirdly anxious the past couple of days. I really didn't expect Finn to be involved with the account. I don't know how. Maybe because she's, doesn't have awareness of the meta-storytelling lens. I know I shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but, well, I did. Not that I know what I expected from him, but it wasn't this. But he probably didn't expect this from me either. Honestly, the Urbex thing makes more sense than, like, being an outdoorsy hiker with the way he dresses. Buzz. I look at the notification on my screen, and for once I don't feel stressed, I feel excited. It's not a number I have in my phone, but it says it's Finn. He's texted me a couple of times before, but since it was just for study meetups, I never really bothered to add him for my contacts. I open the message, excitement bubbling within me as I read over it. He wants to meet at a coffee shop today. Do I have time? I close the textbook that's open on my desk. I have time. I text back that I can meet them and add Finn's number to my phone. I wonder what his friends are like. I'm a little early, I think. This place is cute, and it smells nice. I walk up to the counter, looking over everything on the menu. Seems like mostly normal things you can get at any coffee shop. The raspberry mocha sounds nice, though. And they have milk alternatives! Can I get something started for you? Oh, can I get the raspberry mocha with almond milk? He writes in a flurry across the cup. Do you want whipped cream on that? No, thank you. You got it. Can I get a name? Alex. He stops and blinks at me. Are you here to meet Finn by chance? I am. Is this one of his friends? Nice to meet you. I'm Paxton. I'm on the clock right now, but I'll be over to join you guys soon. While I make your drink, you can go meet Xenia over there. He gestures to a pretty girl sitting at the table in the corner with headphones on. Okay, what do I owe you? Don't worry about it. It's on the house. I'll bring it over in a few minutes. Oh, thank you. I stuff the cash I had in my hand into the tip jar and walk over to the table he gestured to. The pretty girl, Xenia, notices me and looks up. Can I help you? I'm here to meet Finn, and Paxton said I should just come over here. Oh, hey, Alex, right? Is it short for something? She softens immediately, pulling her headphones off and patting the seat next to her. Oh, no, it's just Alex. My parents thought they were getting a boy and they got me instead. But they didn't like any of the feminine variations, so it's just Alex. Oh, interesting. You would think Alexandra, but no. Huh, cute. I can feel my cheeks get hot. Usually people just think it's weird. She thinks it's cute. Is it cute? Anyway, Finn will show up eventually. He probably overslept, or he got distracted doing his eyeliner. You know how that goes. The way Xenia just moves on with the conversation snaps me out of my embarrassment. I think about how the most I've ever done is sloppily apply a little with pencil, so no, I don't know. But the day I saw him sleeping, it did look pretty good. Oh yeah, it's nice to meet you, by the way. Likewise. Her attention shifts to her phone. She scowls. Don't leave me on red when you're late, asshole. She rolls her eyes and puts her phone on the table. So you went to that old hospital by yourself? Yeah, I went to another one too, but it was locked up. I don't know how to pick locks. I'm glad you don't. If you got caught, you could have gotten charged with breaking and entering on top of trespassing. Can't play dumb like you didn't know you were trespassing when you also broke in, after all. Oh, that makes sense. I think Finn knows how to pick locks, but, like, seriously, don't do it. Though, she's burning holes into her phone now. Sometimes I can't help but think it might be a useful skill to have. For when your idiot friend is incapable of being on time for anything. I've decided I'm never going to piss off Xenia. Ever. Hey. I jump a bit as he takes the seat next to me across from Xena. Where did he come from? So, what's your excuse? I was too comfortable to get up. You're an ass sometimes, you know that? You never miss a chance to remind me. I would be worried, except Finn doesn't seem at all put off by Xena's irritation. He might even enjoy needling her. Xena looks ready to say something else when Paxton sets down a mug in front of her, and a mug in front of me. Sorry about the wait. It's fine, thank you. Xena doesn't say anything, but she's holding the mug up close to her face, and she looks like she's in heaven. Paxton walks away before returning a moment later with 2 more mugs. I knew it was a good move not to go on break till you showed up. I wasn't that late. Anyway, me being late isn't what the topic is. Maybe it should be. Nah, telling Alex about what we do is way more exciting. I kept my mouth shut, not wanting to get on Xena's nerves by agreeing with Finn, and not wanting to be a third person on Finn's back about being late, even though he was pretty late. Besides, I don't want her running off to do stuff like this on her own again. I wasn't going to. Good. So, where do we want to start? Basic rules would be good, I guess. He drums his fingers on the table for a moment before continuing. So generally, you don't actually break into places. The hospital you went to was unlocked, right? That's fine, but breaking and entering is a bad idea. I told you that already. It's never a bad reminder. What else? Oh, you know how at parks, they always tell you take nothing but the photos, leave nothing but footprints? Same rule applies here. You want it to look like you were never there. You'll find cool stuff sometimes, but you leave it for the next explorers to find. That makes sense. I think taking photos is the best part, personally. There's something cool about capturing the process of urban decay on film. Or memory card. Xena laughs a bit at that. These days, yeah. I really did like seeing all the photos on your account. That's what inspired me to go and try it for myself. By yourself. And I won't do it again. Lesson learned. Good, I'll stop bringing it up. Maybe. Really, though, the idea is that if you get hurt or something goes wrong, someone can get help or call 911 for you. Which, speaking of 911, sometimes we run into people when we're exploring. Sometimes they're cops. They've been copped more than once. Even so, don't run. Sometimes we've hidden, sometimes we're just up front that we're exploring and taking pictures. But if you run, there's a good chance you're going to get hurt, or they're going to think you're doing something like vandalism. But we're only taking pictures of that. Are you prepared for that kind of thing? Considering I already almost got in trouble once. Sure. Might as well. I'd rather not get arrested, but we'll just have to be careful. Cool, let's see. We're not taking you anywhere with asbestos, right? Not now, anyway. I would need a mask for that, right? Yep, unless you want cancer in 40 years. Can't say I do. Didn't think so. Anyway, that's most common in places that were built between the 30s and 50s. Right, even though it wasn't banned until late 70s? Yeah, we're going to be taking you to more contemporary places, probably, though it would be good to have gloves for that. I nod along. So far, everything they're telling me makes sense, and it's making my heart race. The same kind of giddy excitement I felt exploring the hospital I went to before. This is so unlike me, but I don't want to let this feeling go. You look awfully excited. I jump a little bit. Well, I've always wanted to see this kind of old architecture up close. Old buildings have always kind of fascinated me. And seeing the psych ward was also pretty cool. Really, really cool, honestly. It felt so timeless, like, aside from the dust everywhere, you could imagine people coming in again. The old files were there, the beds were still there. I'd never seen anything like it before. I'd never experienced anything like that. And, oh no, they're staring. I got way too excited. Yeah. I don't make eye contact with them until I hear Finn chuckle beside me. It is cool, isn't it? I think it'll make a good addition to our little team. I feel my face flush from the compliment, my heart pounding in my chest. Meet us back here, say, this Thursday around 10:30 p.m. We'll leave after Paxton's off work. I can do that. Cool. Anyone want to tell her anything else? I'm curious to see what our newbie is made of. Newbie? Okay, now I'm embarrassed. Don't tease her too much, Zaina. If she's put off by this, she's gonna have a bad time. I'm not. I'm fine. I can handle a little teasing. Good. We'll see you Thursday then. It was good meeting you, by the way. It was good meeting you too, all of you. I'll see you Thursday. I can't think of the last time I was this excited about anything. Having friends is pretty good. Finn texted me this morning to let me know that I just need a good pair of shoes for this. No respirator required for this particular place, which is good, given that I haven't had a chance to get one yet. Seems to be their regular thing to meet up with Paxton once he's done with his shift at the cafe. I am filled with nervous energy, but something else too. But once the front door of the mansion opens, all that nervousness melts away into pure, unadulterated excitement. We head inside, and I'm met with that same feeling as before, but also something new. Let's take a look around, shall we? I'm not lonely. Oh, sorry. Something new is, I'm not lonely. Yeah. It feels nice to really be with people again, outside of class, outside of schoolwork. This is just something fun. Or hopefully it will be. We want to split off into pairs? That sounds good to me. Personally, whoever comes with me is getting dragged into looking for any secret pathways. What about you two? Don't know yet. We'll see where inspiration of my camera take me. I mostly just want to explore the house. This would be a good chance to get to know them all a little better. Anywhere you want to go in particular, Alex? Are we about to get our first choice? Our first choice! Okay. It's not bad. It only took about 30 minutes for us to get to our first choice. And it was kind of, exposition. Lonely girl. Suddenly meets friends. But now I have to decide which one I want to go with. I'm gonna go with the pretty girl. You take the photos? Usually, yeah. I'm really curious about how she takes the photos. They all look so amazing. Is there a trick to it? I'll let you come along if you don't get in my way. I won't. Something about her playful tone relaxes something in me. Probably. With that settled, we will meet here in half an hour or so. Come on if you're coming. I quickly follow after her, wondering exactly where we're going. Does she already have an idea in mind? How do you usually choose what to take pictures of? I should probably save at some point, huh? Yeah, I probably should have saved before the choice, but that's alright. How do you usually choose what to take pictures of? It's whatever strikes my mood. It's pretty vague. Is there something specific you do to get good shots? Who knows? Do you have an interest in this kind of thing? I do now. What kind of camera is that? A mirrorless. I realize I have no idea what that means. Sometimes I just use my phone though. Phone cameras have improved a lot these days. But this is my nicer camera. Looking around as we walk, I try to see what she might see. In all the photos she posts to the account, there's something striking about them. And though the inside of this mansion is fascinating, I don't quite get how she manages to make them look so enticing. How does it pick up the light when it's so dark? I don't know. I know how to use it, not how it works. Those are two different things. We stop in what seems to be a foyer. I don't think I'll ever understand how anyone can need this many rooms with couches and stuff. Zaina starts taking pictures, multiple ones that all seem to be of the same thing. I watch as she squats down for a few shots before standing up again. Is there something interesting about that couch? I liked the angle, I guess. The angle? The way all the stuff is laid out from where I'm standing. I thought it'd make a good shot. Oh. I wonder how she sees things that way. Maybe I'm too logical of a person for this kind of thing? Do you take pictures of people or just things? Usually just things. Why? Do you want me to take a picture of you? No, not in particular. Did that sound like I wanted her to take a picture of me? I just think all the photos you take are cool, and... Skitter. What was... An animal, probably. It was definitely an animal. Given that we are, in fact, in an old building. That has been partially overtaken by nature. Just an animal. Just an animal. You okay there? I'm fine. She looks really happy for some reason. I'm immediately suspicious. Well, that's good. Can't have my new favorite model too spooked. Model? Did you take a picture of me? Sure did. It was too good to pass up. You're gonna delete it, right? Nah. Zaina! I guess she took a picture when she was freaked out. She isn't listening to me, though, already heading back the way we came. I'm so embarrassed, but I have no choice but to follow after her. We meet back in the main area of the house and talk a little bit about what we found in our explorations before heading our separate ways. Back in my apartment, I fall into bed. I'm tired, but for the first time in months, my eyes aren't burning. My back doesn't hurt. I don't close my eyes and see walls of text. For the first time in months, I feel really, really happy. Human connection. Talking to people. I got a text from Finn during class inviting me to another site. I feel my face burn and tap out a quick reply that I'd like to come before putting my phone away. By this point, our professor is back to teaching, and I throw myself back into taking his notes. It's hard to focus, though, as I wonder about what we're going to do tonight. Or where we're going to go. Finn texted me the address this time. We meet at the site. The inside of this old hospital isn't exciting in and of itself, but it's bigger than the other two places we've been. This time, I'm a little more prepared, too, with a first aid kit tucked in my backpack. No one got hurt last time, but better safe than sorry, right? Do we want to split up again? Sounds good to me. I like having the newbie around. We don't have to stick together quite so much. What, do you not like hanging out with me, Zaina? You're unbearable and you know it. Finn laughs. It's a little difficult to parse their relationship, but they seem to be okay. They're kind of like how some of my old friends are with their siblings, I guess. Anyone in particular you want to come with, Alex? Oh, So, here's the question. Should I try to spread the love, or should I just focus on one person? I'm assuming these are the 3 people that I can potentially date. I feel like I don't know Paxton at all, so... Gonna go with Paxton, not at all. He's so easygoing, it's really relaxing to me. So where are we heading? We'll see. I don't have anything particular in mind. There's a pleasant quiet between us as we walk down the empty corridors. But I can't help but want to fill the silence a little more. I want to get to know him a little better. So, what got you interested in working as a barista anyway? Oh, nothing special. I've always liked coffee and I needed a job. So when I heard the cafe was hiring, I went ahead and applied. I figured it couldn't be too hard, it's minimum wage. And it wasn't. Trickiest part you have to learn is steaming the milk right. It has to be a certain temperature, it has to be a certain texture for the latte art in particular. But even in general, there's a big difference in how much foam there should be for a latte versus a cappuccino. And getting a handle on that and how far what milks go is the main thing to learn. What about flavored lattes and things you make up? Oh, those just follow proportion rules. Just a lot of memorizing measurements. Oh, somehow I always thought it was more complicated than that. So it's pretty hard to mess up? Yeah, unless you're not paying attention to how many pumps of something you're putting in. Or you put too much milk in the pitcher so it overflows all over your hand. After a while, it's all automatic, though. That doesn't seem so bad, aside from the overflowing milk. It makes it sound way more interesting than I expected. Haha, it's not that bad. This is gonna sound way worse than I mean it, but after a while of working with hot drinks all day, your reaction to spilling hot liquids on yourself is pretty muted. Aside from when I've gotten really hot water on myself, my reaction is usually just, ow, after the first few times. As long as you run your hand under cold water after. Oh yeah, usually. Unless I have a line of drinks. Then I usually forget I burned myself by the time I address it. That isn't good. It's fine. It's fine. Really, I don't make a habit of it. I'm not a masochist or anything. Well, good. I'm trying to think of what else to say when I spy a room with the door slightly ajar. Curious, I stop and push the door open. It's nothing particularly exciting, just a room full of filing cabinets. A couple of knickknacks are left on this old desk. Something catch your eye? I just wanted to see what was in here. I remember what Finn said about not taking anything, but I wonder what's stored away in here. Nothing too important if it's still here, but I experimentally tug on one of the filing cabinets only to find it doesn't open. Is it locked? I can open it. He pulls out a knife. Aren't we not supposed to damage anything? This won't break it. I watch as he puts it into the keyhole, carefully jiggles it around for a moment. I never thought of picking a lock with a knife, but he seems to know what he's doing. After a moment, the lock pops open, the mechanism sliding out, and the knife falls from Paxton's hands. Before I can react, I see him reflexively reach for the knife. Ouch, shit. Blood wells on the surface of his skin, and the knife lays on the floor. It takes a second to hit me what just happened. Paxton! I'm fine. You're bleeding! Okay, maybe I'm not fine. Hold on. Hold on. I take off my backpack and quickly pull out my first aid kit. I'm glad I brought it, if I didn't think I'd need it. I didn't think I'd need it, but here we are. Let me see. He holds out his hand for me so I can see the cut across the side of his finger. Carefully holding his hand in mine, I grab a piece of gauze from my first aid kit to wipe up the blood as best I can. His hand is steady in mine as I grab the antiseptic spray and spray it on. Hot. Maybe a little too much given it's dripping, but sorry if that stung. It's fine, barely felt it. The way he smiles loosens something in me I didn't realize was tense. This is an awkward cut. Bandages won't cut it. Or well, they might, for 5 minutes at best. I pull out the gauze again, wrapping it around the wound before getting medical tape and using that to secure it in place. Not the prettiest bandaging job, but thank you. Do you still want to see what's in there? Oh, I'm sure if it's already open. I had to pay the price in blood, so the treasure within must be worth it. It's gonna be empty. Sorry, giggling before I can even try to catch myself. Is that your inner creative writing major coming out? More like my inner dungeon master. He pulls open the drawer looking quite pleased with himself. You're welcome to sit on one of my campaigns sometime if you like. Oh, he plays D&D. Never done something like that before either. I might take you up on that. But first, I peek into the drawer seeking a couple medical books and an old yellow notepad with a bunch of medical terms on it. Medication notes, I think, but the author's handwriting is worse than mine. Paxton picks up an envelope, carefully pulling out the contents. What's that? A letter, it seems. We read over together and it's short but sweet. One doctor asking another on a date. Aww. Yeah, this is pretty sweet. I think we should probably get back to the others, though. Oh, yeah, probably. It's been a while now, hasn't it? I watch as he carefully puts the letter back in the envelope and the envelope back in the drawer before he shuts it. As we make our way back to the main entrance, I wonder what became of the doctor who wrote the letter. And I wonder what whoever finds it next will think of it. So, we're at a hospital again. As much as I'm enjoying exploring these places, I think I'll be satisfied if I never see another hospital. The first one I went to was exciting because I'd never done anything like it before. The last one was fun because I was exploring with everyone else. This one? Well, I already know what I want to do. I don't need to see the inside of this one again, but since it's such a tall building... Oh, I guess we're at the next site. Alright. Well, I haven't picked Finn yet. I don't want him to feel abandoned. What's on your mind? Want to go up to the roof with me? Huh? Me? Yeah, you. Don't you want to? I didn't say that, but sure. Finn lets me take the lead to the roof, which is a nice change of pace. I feel a bit giddy about the whole situation. Though it doesn't escape my notice, he keeps looking past me. Hey Finn, what are you looking at? Nothing. Yeah, right. The staircase to the roof is pretty sturdy and it boosts my confidence when I see the doorknob approaching. Watch the last step. I squint and see it. The last step has a slightly different color. I gingerly step on it, but it doesn't budge. It's safe. Haha, is that what you were watching for? You were worried? Definitely didn't say that. Finn pouts and snaps his head away from my gaze. What's he so embarrassed about anyway? I don't let it distract me for too long before I carefully push the door and step onto the roof. Wow, it's better than I thought it would be. The stars are brilliant above, but so is the city below. It glitters beautifully, just like the sky in a sea of swirling navies and golds. If one is merely reflecting the other, part of me wonders which is the original. Finn comes up behind me, but looks far less impressed. No danger whatsoever. Finn, that's what you're looking for? I don't know whether to laugh or cry, and Finn chuckles when he sees my expression. The view is just okay. Just okay? I don't know why I'm so desperate to show him, but I wave my hand enthusiastically toward the sea to get him to look again. It's beautiful, Finn. We can see everything from here. I hesitate and pull my hand back, feeling as if the sea was real and I caused a ripple across it. Must have been the wind. It's just a bunch of lights. It is not. Look, over there. I point to the left of the roof. See, if you really look, you can see there's so many different colors. There's even a range of the whites and the yellows. Some are big and some are small. Isn't it beautiful? So many different lives at home. So many families having dinner. Or maybe they're stuck late at work. Or maybe they're on dates. And there, see straight ahead? Maybe he's not convinced yet, but I can show him. There's a giant light right in the center, but it's probably just an apartment or something, you know? Or maybe it's a party or gathering, and we can see it all from here. It's incredible. Could be a fire. Or a bonfire! Finn laughs at my counter-suggestion, which fires me up even more. And, it's all relaxing. You can sit back and realize you're not alone in the world, you know? The sky looks so beautiful and vast. And so does the city, except these lights are lives, so while the stars sometimes feel too far away, we know the city ones are right here with us. So optimistic, you're just like him. What? Sorry, not sure I caught that. You're just like him? Did I hear that right? What does he mean by that? Ah! Hey now. Finn rushes to my side, helping steady me with a strong grip around my waist. I'm alright, I just tripped a little. You need to be careful up here, you could fall. Yeah, noted. He stares at me a little longer before nodding and gently letting me go. He's not touching me anymore, but the warmth of Finn's hands still makes me feel... So what were you saying? That you've convinced me. Really? Sure, the roof is fine, so will you sit with me? You want to stay? I knew he'd see how beautiful the view was. Finn plops down and pats the spot next to him. We can stay a little longer if you want, as long as you stay away from the edge. Ha, that won't be a problem. I carefully sit down and stare at the gorgeous sight. It's so great we can see the sky clearly with all the pollution these days. It's a great night. Finn? Yeah, it's a beautiful night. I peek over, see him smiling. The stars, or perhaps the city lights, reflected in his eyes. It takes my breath away. You know, if you like the stars so much, there's plenty of other rooftops to see them from. Are you offering to take me? He turns his head to look at me, still smiling. I am. Perhaps I'll take you up on that. I'm glad I've convinced you to enjoy the view. The view is still just average. Hey! He laughs and lays back on the roof, using his arms as a headrest. In comparison to the others I could show you, I mean. Oh, well you could have said that in the first place, you know. But what would be the fun in that? I sigh and find myself deciding to lay down next to him. If the occasional gust of wind didn't pass by, I feel like I'd be able to sleep here. This is comfortable, a bit chilly though after a while. I'm going to offer you my jacket, as is the trope. He scoots himself next to me until my bodies touch. I'm instantly warmer, both from his body heat and his kindness. Oh, he's not offering his jacket. He's just cuddling with me. I think he likes me. Oh, thank you. Maybe Finn means what he said about better views because he's no longer looking, just staring in the same spot in the sky as if he holds a secret. He looks so peaceful. I try not to laugh, seeing how his hair seems to blend in with the night of the dark. With the dark of the night, and his jewelry glistens like stars of their own. Keep my musings to myself, wondering how any view could be better than this one right now. The view is not the sky. The sky is lonely and sad compared to the view of the man right next to me. I don't know why I'm feeling the need to supplement. The days pass as they normally do, some slow, some way too fast. So when this day comes, I should have expected it. But who can ever truly predict the end of the world? Oh no, what's happening? It's over for me. I just know it. Finn, you have to hold on. Bury me with my sunscreen so I can rest in peace. You can't give up before we even start midterms. Oh please, you're just as anxious as I am. He's got me there. That's not the point. We'll be fine in the end because we've been studying so much. We've been surprisingly diligent. Oh, why is that a surprise? Because I distinctly remember spending many nights out at... Hey, not so loud, huh? Anyway, we'll be fine. We're gonna do great. Anxious and still trying to comfort me, like a living tryptophan amino acid. I'm losing him. Quick, a distraction. Hey Finn, wasn't there something you want to ask me before class? Huh? Oh, Alex. Yes? Come home with me tonight. What? We can study together. You'll come, right? Oh, of course, if that's what you meant. What? Yes, I'll come, sure. Great, I like it when you come hang out with me, you know. Where's this coming from? Why am I being weird? Of course, he's just talking about studying, right? What if he isn't? What if it's kissing? Wait, do I want to kiss Finn? Since when do I have a crush on him? Finn chuckles and softly flicks my forehead, distracting me from whatever nonsense I was just thinking. Are you having a stroke or are you practicing for a mime routine? Neither. Or maybe it's a bad thing you make me happy. No, of course not. Definitely just want to study. Mostly anyway. If he's saying you make me happy, that kind of sounds more datish, but sure. We'll see you later then. See you. I need to calm down. It's just a little hard when I keep thinking about him in the middle of my classes. Geez, it's quiet even in the apartments now because of midterms. I hope Finn isn't too stressed. So I'm thinking what has happened is that Finn is the default choice. When we had these three options for essentially getting to know people, and if no particular person wins out of a majority of those, because I went with each person once, I think Finn is the default. So now I'm probably in the Finn track. Whereas if I had done 2 dates with Zaina, or 2 dates or 3 dates with Paxton, 2 or 3, like the majority, I think I probably would have been put into their track. So I'm probably already in a track. I'm assuming this visual novel isn't too complicated, given that it's free and everything, so. Alex! Whoa, hi. Come in. He ushers me in and sits me down before I even have a chance to really greet him. Kinda makes sense that he's the default, given they knew each other the whole semester. What's he being so friendly for? He was just stressed this morning. Oh, what's that smell? Something distractingly delicious gifts the air around his apartment, the oven-kissed scent of rich chocolate and vanilla. Huh? Oh, I made cookies. They're vegan, so they should be fine if you have diet restrictions or anything. That's so cute. Do you have diet restrictions? Not really. I prefer to eat vegan when I can, though. It's just too expensive. Understandable. Even vegetarian stuff gets marked up a lot around here. No kidding. What about you? Me? Yeah, are there things you can't eat or whatever? Why, are you planning to make me food? Not anymore. Oh, that's mean. You really wouldn't? Guess we'll find out in the future. Anyway, you can have as many cookies as you like. Doesn't matter to me. Really? Thanks. It's a little hot and cold. Study session isn't starting quite what I expected. It's nice to just talk like this. I eat a cat-shaped cookie as I lay out my textbooks and notes. There's so much to do. I wonder how long it'll take to review everything. My focus goes in and out when Finn sits beside me. I tell myself I'm checking up on him, but I'm really just looking at his concentrated face. We don't really talk at all. It's completely different from our usual sessions. Oh well, it's still really nice to study together like this, even though my phone remains on the ominous threat that it is. Hours pass before I know it when Finn suddenly groans and stretches. Finn? I think we've done enough for today. We've done all we could. Oh, I didn't realize it was so late already. Sorry. No, it's fine. I'm glad. Glad? Oh, I just meant... Yes? It went well, right? The study session, I mean. This got into him. It did. Why? kind of wanted to do a redo from before, when I yelled at you. Oh, when he snapped at me for using my phone when I was getting bombarded by my parents. Has he felt guilty about this the whole time? Thanks, Finn. It went great. Is that what the cookies were for? What? No. Aw, they were so cute. I was honored you baked me cookies. I just happened to make them, and you just happened to be here. So you just like baking cookies? Because I didn't see you eat a single one. Baking is good for stress and stuff. Huh, is that so? Does that mean I can join you for baking next time? Don't taunt. He says something so quietly I can't catch it. Huh? What was that? I said don't taunt. Ah, sorry. It's strange that I'm laughing even though midterms are tomorrow. I cling to this feeling, hoping to bring it with me when I go to bed so I can still have it in the morning. You said it. I feel like I just ran a marathon. I feel like I just got attacked by otherworldly forces without my trusty vampire steed. That's certainly one way to describe it. At least it's done. We crossed the finish line. You crossed it. I'm sure you defeated your enemy too. Maybe. We'll have to see our test scores. I'm just so glad it's over, which means it's time to get back to business. Are you talking about, you know? You're coming, right? Finn's lighthearted smile brightens my own. He seems geared up to go on our next trespassing adventure. It's kind of cute. Of course, where to next? It's so loud. Come here. He leads me to the corner of the classroom and leans in. He's really close. You're making me nervous. Is it super dangerous or something? An amusement park. An actual abandoned amusement park? The kind with rides and cotton candy? Even better, rusty tracks and funnel cake mold. Gross. I'm just kidding. Most you probably find is toxic waste. You're still joking, aren't you? Definitely. See you tonight? I'm coming. Finn's smile looks overly soft when he looks down at me. His hand pats my head affectionately, and I can't help but feel like some kind of puppy. Cool. Cool. He leaves first, leaving me way too flustered for someone who is just talking with a friend. I go home and make sure to grab shoes. I wouldn't mind stepping in funnel cake. I make sure to grab shoes I wouldn't mind stepping in funnel cake mold with. Not that one. The third latte, picture down, with the red cup. Do you think it'd look nice? Is that supposed to be a dog? It's an elephant. I thought it was a rabbit. Oh yes, I can see that. It's the ears. You guys, just when the world needed Alex most, she vanished. No, I'm right here. Huh? How long have you been standing there? Alex. Not long, a minute or so. You all seemed deep in your conversation. I didn't want to interrupt. That was not a real conversation. It was supposed to be. Anyway, ready to get started? As long as there's no toxic waste. What? Pretty sure I used to have nightmares about this. Finn bursts out laughing before covering it with a disinterested cough, surprising everyone, including me. What did you say to her, Finn? Nothing. Just a joke, but Paxton, what do you mean used to? Oh, I actually used to go to this park as a child. Whoa, really? He shrugs with a small smile, not elaborating on the topic. I wonder what he thinks of coming back here. I'm sure it looks completely different than before. Comma splices. You gotta remember to use a period instead of a comma. Anyway, we're all here. So good, this way. Finn grabs my hand and starts running off before I have a chance to ask his plan. I don't expect it, but neither do Paxton nor Zaina based on their shocked faces. Finn? He just shoots me a small smile before slowing down as we approach a roller coaster. So yes, we are definitely locked into Finn because we did not receive a choice. And here's where I want to start. He lets go of my hand and looks up at the beginning of the track, spiraling and rusty like a beaten ancient nail from the world of giants. You want to climb these? Geez, you didn't have to run. What the hell is this? Whoa, it's still standing. Are you serious, Finn? The tracks? Would I be here if I wasn't? I think I'll pass. I don't have a luck stat for this. Paxton's a nerd. I like it. Yeah, I'm with whatever Paxton just said. And you, Alex? Well... Finn looks directly at me, determination in his gaze. I shouldn't let him go alone. I'll go with you, Finn. Knew I could count on you. Sigh. Well, be careful, you two. I want to check out the stalls. Yes, we're going to keep exploring here. On the ground. Away from the tracks. Okay, we will. See you soon. Finn leads the way, one step at a time, following the small sloped hills as we pass under the shadow of the tracks. He chooses a track part that curves upwards instead of spiraling, and we start climbing. It's thrilling. I can already see how the stars of the night cast an ethereal sheen on the Ferris wheel that's not too far away. I bet further up is going to be amazing, if we make it there anyway. I watch his back and hope to find it reassuring, but I can't help but notice how my steps are not as confident, and my hands are not as steady. These tracks don't look like they can carry bodies, let alone a speeding cart full of them. My nerves are excited. Probably both. Ah! Ugh, my phone surprised me. I'm getting distracted. I need to be careful. What if I miss a step? Alex, you okay? Yes, I'm fine. Finn stops at the top of one of the flatter dips and turns to face me. What's with that concerned look? If you say so. Pull yourself together, Alex. Here, take my hand. Let's climb this part together. Oh, okay. Hands touch, eyes meet. I'm not sure this will actually help, but I guess it's fine. It's the second time he's taken my hand tonight. It doesn't make me feel any less nervous. We climb the track slowly, even though my cold fingers keep shaking in his. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. These gaps sure are big. Huh? Why you stop? Alex. Yes? You're still shaking. It's dangerous if you slip and cut yourself here. It's really rusted. Oh, sorry. Maybe I'm just cold. Hey, Alex, come here. What? Finn's hands cover both of mine. They're not much warmer, but it's a start. But then he leans in. And kisses me. What? Finn's mouth is like frosted tulips against my own, soft and gentle, yet bitten by cold. It's only his breath of heated sugar that sends warmth straight from my lips to my cheeks. I know it must have only been a moment, but it feels like a lifetime. He pulls away, and I don't know what to think or feel. Huh? What was that for? What are you? You should see your face right now. Because you kissed me. Yeah, but at least you're not shaking anymore. What? Oh, he's right, I'm not. Come on, we're almost done with our climb. Okay. That's all I can manage to say as we finish the climb. Not that I remember it well. My mind is elsewhere, and I'm still in a daze even when we meet back up with Zayna and Paxton. As if nothing ever happened, but who forgets a kiss like that, alone together under the stars? Okay, I think we're gonna leave it there. It's been an hour, so I'm gonna give my thoughts about this. I will say, I think this is one of the better free visual novels. There are a few grammar things, but it's not horrible. I am enjoying the characters. I relate to Alex a whole lot. She's a lot like me in college, except for like the hatred of her parents. And the 3 characters seem fun. Yeah, like if you like visual novels, I would recommend picking up this one. It's free. I'm not gonna play through the whole thing here because it's free and you can play through it yourself and not have to have any spoilers right here. So yeah, I would recommend picking this one up. But we are going to transition to the next game in our Steam library, which is going to be Endless Space Definitive Edition. So I am going to run an ad and get all that ready, so I'll be back in like 5-ish minutes.